starting off strong.
Oh, we can't pin like messages to the chat.
I mean, I think we should be able to, but I'm not sure how to do it. I don't know.
Mod view.
Yeah, you have mod view. Hi. It's Gabe.
Hello.
And there's more people. Oh no.
Yeah, it's a stream.
Alright. Everybody forgets. I think everybody is.
Today.
I'm pretty sure people are distracted because E3 is also today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty. Like, I saw something on
Sure.
Twitter about E3, so. I'm pretty sure.
Anyone know how to pin chat messages?
Anybody? Anybody at all? As you can tell, we're noobs. We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, this is my first time using Twitch.
I mean,
Well,
I've used
first.
Twitch, but I've never had to pin a message before. I don't talk in Twitch usually. Alright. No, look at the Hackbent server bringing people in. A little late to the day, but...
I mean...
Hey, at least it's for our panel.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna be waiting here. I think the panel is still called, test.
No, it should be the title. I changed it. Shit.
Did you?
Yeah. Let me check if you can change it if it's not changed yet.
Well, oh no, you did! You did change it.
Shh. You guys didn't see anything. You didn't see. Yeah, they put it on as on YouTube, but we did Twitch, and they just never fixed it.
Yeah. Can you hide for Aleph for me? Aleph, user Darling K9 says hi. What's that? You're a baby? Okay, I'll let them know. Yeah, he's still baby.
He's still baby. Oh, look at Stream Elements taking forever to do it. Thanks, Stream Elements.
Stream Elements.
Twitch. Twitch is mean. I don't like Twitch.
Alright, whatever. I can't figure out how to pin comments, I'll just copy paste.
You'll just have to send it occasionally.
Yeah.
You'll just have to deal with it. Alright. So
should we wait for more people or do we just start now? I think we should just start now because this is like the video.
Alright, if you want to start, go ahead.
Alright, well, hello everyone. I'm Levi, and introduce yourself, Soul.
I'm Soul.
Welcome to Hackbent Reinstalled, from Fanon to Canon. Hello, my role in this project is basically to be like the lead artist, but I'm also kind of like the director.
Making sure we do
so
things.
That's also fun. Yeah. I'm on everyone's ass about it. And Soul is one of our writers.
And I also do like backgrounds whenever we need to have backgrounds done.
Yeah. He's good with Photoshop and I'm grateful for it. He's very technical. Connor couldn't make it to the stream, but he says that he'll be here in spirit, and I think that's valid. So.
Get it. So we have a few things we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about how we met. Learning how Levi's gonna talk about how they learned art style and stuff for the comic. I'm gonna talk a bit about script writing and our outlines and the changes that get made sometimes. And at the end, we're gonna answer some questions and talk about
answer some questions
stuff like
from
that,
the forum.
you know?
You're welcome to still leave questions in the stream, but if you're gonna leave questions in the stream, please wait for the Q&A section.
Yeah, because we're probably gonna miss it if you ask any earlier.
Yeah, and it's very likely. Yeah, and it's very likely that if you have a question, that we'll probably have answered it on the stream. Yeah. So. And
I think it's
it's gonna be recorded.
I think it's like recorded automatically, so we're good. We're good. Everything's good. I hope.
It's all good.
It's all good. So yeah.
Yeah, and we have like a little special surprise at the end, but shh. Yeah, that's not yet.
it's not the end yet. We just started.
It's not the end yet. Yeah, we just started.
All right. So would you like to talk first on the whole story, or should I start with the story?
I mean, mine is pretty long. I don't know. Should you go first? Well, I'm gonna start with mine because, well, yeah, I'm gonna start with mine, yeah, because it's so long. But basically, like back when I was a wee little homestuck in 2014, I was just scouring through like MSPFAs because like I was scouring for like more homestuck content, and I found out about MSPFA, and I was like, damn, I could make my own fan adventure out of this, and making my own fan adventure, which is now deleted because it ended up not being good. Um, I also made an Ask blog about it. I also made an Ask blog featuring my main character at the time, Kate. Not to be confused with Kate Decent.
Gotta
But
make that distinction.
yeah, I gotta make that distinction. um, but yeah, I ran like a Tumblr blog about it, and basically my Tumblr was dedicated to Ask blogs, and when finding about Hackbent, I came in at around like Act 3, the end of Act 3. You guys know the part, right? Where like Aleph and Olaf are in the dream bubbles. That was a fun scene.
Yeah, that didn't hurt at
Um,
all.
I was initially just scrolling through like the pages, and then I got to that scene, and it immediately piqued my interest, and so I went back to the beginning and read it all over again. But then after getting obsessed with Hackbent, I ran into a couple Hackbent roleplay blogs, and Soul just happened to be the Alapa roleplay blog at the time, and I was like, I should interact with this guy, and so I did as my fan kid.
Yeah, that's how we met.
That's how we met.
I'll be honest, I thought you were a lot younger because of that character. I was like, oh man, is this like a 10-year-old? It turned out you're
Nah,
older
man.
than me.
Yeah, I'm older than you by like 2 months.
That had me
Still
messed
met.
up. I found out.
What else? Okay, how I met Connor. We literally are IRL friends. Me and Connor are IRL friends. So and as soon as I got into Hackbent, I dragged in everyone in my friend group with it, and Connor ended up sticking by until the end, apparently.
Yeah. So, for me, I've been into Hackbent for a long time. I started reading around, I don't know, it was just starting up and starting to pick a little bit of popularity, I think. Like, the blog had, like, no activity. I was mostly a lurker. I'm really shy most of the time, and especially back then. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to observe in the background pretty much. But I ended up doing that RP blog after some other people started doing RP stuff with it. I was like, oh, I can do that. I know how to RP. And ended up making the Alpha blog, which is how I got my nickname too. That's how I became Soul, because I took Soulies.
Yeah, you fucking Kenny. You little Kenny.
Yeah,
Goblin is here! Sorry,
is.
we're like delayed. The stream is a little bit delayed, so if you see me react to something, it's like delayed.
Yeah, I don't have the best Wi-Fi, and it's just gotta deal with what we got. Anyways, yeah, like Levi said, we met through that Ask blog. So I actually was part of the team and then left the team during the Flash that took like forever and a year.
Oh man, we're gonna talk about a little more about the Flash later on, but yeah, no, it didn't take a year. It took like 2 years.
I said
almost
forever
3
and
years.
a year, so just assume
Forever
that.
and a year.
So close enough. I was starting to write back then too, but I had some stuff come up and I ended up leaving again because of that. I came back once the Flash was finished because Levi nudged me and was like, "Hey, I finally finished this. By the way, come read." And I still didn't read. I still didn't read for a while.
Oh god.
No, I like completely forgot that you'd messaged me, to be honest, and I didn't start reading again until like updates after the Flash. And that was when they asked me for some help with stuff. Like they were struggling with background and stuff, and Just asking for
We'll
help in general.
talk about that when
Yeah.
it comes. Like it's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
come up in
something
the
else
stream
too.
again.
That's something else to talk about. But ended up being basically they ended up being basically like, could you just join back? And I said, yeah, sure, okay, I'll join back.
It's like, I'm pestering you a lot. Do you mind just, you know?
just become part of it. You might as well.
You might as well.
So that's basically the story of how we met and how this team started, pretty much. So yeah, Leo's here. All right.
I'm getting excited over all the people I recognize.
It's like a dog.
The fandom is small. Yeah, the fandom is small, so I recognize literally everyone in this chat, or well, mostly everyone in this chat.
That's my problem with being a lurker. I don't recognize anybody. I'm bad. I suck. Don't mind me. So now we're gonna talk a bit about the writing stuff.
Actually, wait, because we still, I think we still need to talk about. Oops, sorry. You can press backs on the arrow key.
Can I? Back up.
Yes.
Beep beep.
Because we still need to talk about how we met chasing.
Oh, I didn't write that in my script. That's you.
Yeah, that was me. I wrote that in my script because me being friends with chasing was pretty much like part of a big reason why I was able to do this project in the first place. I was able to help with this, I mean, and Soul says that he was a lurker, but I was like actively spamming the Hackbent account at the time, whether it be on my actual like account, my main account, or through anonymous. But I was just very active on the account, and eventually I found out about the Discord server, and through there I started talking to her more, started talking to Chasing more, and eventually Chasing had announced that she would cancel the comic, and as distraught as I was saying like, okay, well, let's just like they say that we're gonna hear it, like we're gonna hear how it's gonna end. So they ended up posting the entire like plot of Hackbent in the spoiler chat. But as soon as somebody pitched in to say, hey, I want to start this project, like, hey, mate, would you mind? Sorry, I'm stuttering a lot. Would you mind if some fans continued the comic? I immediately jumped in because I was enthusiastic about it. I wanted it so bad. I wanted to see Hackbent through and through, and so me and a bunch of like other people joined in on this project. I made the little Discord server, and we got a bunch of people. There was like 10, almost 15 of us at the beginning. But then over time, you know how how we mentioned before, the Flash took forever to make, so people started leaving. Soul had to leave because of life, and eventually it was literally just me and Connor. Eventually it was literally just from like the 10 to 15. Sorry, I got distracted by a question.
And I know the answer to one of those questions.
Yeah. But yeah, me and Connor worked on the comic, and eventually I started getting back on Twitter. And with Twitter, that's when I said, you know what? I'm finishing the Flash, and I'm going to bother everyone that I knew about Hackbent again. And then, as you guys know, Soul came back.
Yeah, after I forgot the first time they bothered me.
I actually did help Chasing with a couple panels before the comic was eventually canceled, so I kind of had like some like experience with working on the comic before. Chasing's doing fine, by the way. That's a question that came up in like the responses, I think. And she's working in Cartoon Network right now. They're doing great.
Woo!
Yeah. Everyone go support their new comic, Shadow Painted. I'm just leaving that there. It's on hiatus, but you know, it's on hiatus right now, but I mean, it's gonna continue soon.
Free plug-in.
Yeah. All right, now we can continue to the writing.
Continue.
Yeah.
All right, let's try that again. Hi. So I'm going to talk a bit about the outlines and how our scripts are made and everything. How we start with rough ideas and stuff. So before I left, I had actually started the NIAD update that you guys all know and love. The whole god tier and everything. So for me, I really struggle with like setting up scenes and stuff. That's always been a huge struggle for me. I think Connor's much better at that than I am.
Absolutely.
So that's
No
props
offense.
to them. Yeah, no, I don't take any offense. I am bad at setting up scenes. Where I shine a lot is dialogue and everything. I love to write the dialogue. I'm good with getting into characters and stuff. That's what I'm really great with. So I love to write the dialogue stuff. Connor can handle the scenes and stuff. I can do like a rough idea, but like you ask me to describe it, I struggle. That's when I give up. I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. Sorry, guys. So this is the original one. That you'll notice there's not too much differences. We usually have a pretty good idea of what's going on, I think. And we'll go back and forth a little bit, figuring out what we want to change and what's best. So like right here, this is that little rough one from when I did it a few years ago, back when the Flash started.
Yeah, this was one of the first ideas that we had because, like we said, we have literally everything. Chasing gave us all the plot. We just copy pasted it into a separate doc, and we still have it to this day. We have strayed from it a little bit here and there, but the plot will remain generally the same.
Yeah, I think those strays are the best and everything.
Yeah, and this was one of the updates that I think we wanted to write before the updates we were actually really excited about.
Yeah,
it was just it was a good setup. Yeah. So, but then the Flash took forever, and then Soul had to leave and then come back. You all know the story.
Yeah, and this is the final one. You can see there's not too much changes really. Mostly like a little bit of dialogue change. I'm not showing like that whole script, to be honest, because that's just a lot of pages to show, but you can see the little differences between them. Yeah, we have a lot figured out, planned out. We're still writing it, obviously, and we have like a lot of plot already figured out. I don't have any pictures of that script part done and showed, because there's a lot of spoilers. I don't want to show that. We're trying to keep this pretty spoiler free.
I mean, we can post anything that's already been posted and updated, but we can't post anything that's gonna be,
Yeah. And this was just the easiest one because I actually had a separate document with this script, so it was easier just to show this part with the minor changes that I'm covering a little bit with our faces over here. But
oh no.
It's fine. You can still see there's differences.
The form. Okay, I think that links to the actual form. Okay, good. Because I was linking the Twitch stream before.
I don't think they need that link.
Yeah, but just later.
Alright, so I think this next part is actually you.
Yeah, this next part is me because I worked on it last minute. Alright, hold on, let me... Alright, so whenever I work on scripts, I hardly do. I only work on scripts, or at least draft them, whenever I'm excited about a specific update. But whenever I want other people to write something because I know for a fact that I don't have the skill level in writing to do so, I would just, but I want to pester my writing friends, about it. I just go, hey, do you see this idea? And I just make a really, really silly doodle or or I just simplify it into a joke and I just show that to them and go I want this, but in serious form. And, as you can see, that's the first draft of the Anayad update, of the Anayad and Alapa meetup update.
You guys know the one. Fucking gremlin.
That's where the cinnamon toast fuck is Aleph from. And as well as certain jokes that we kind of want to present into the script as well. Like Hayden getting hurt in the bubble, I believe wasn't decided until after we decided that we were going to make the update. It was...
He looks like a pile of mush.
He does.
Poor Hayden.
And yeah. Oh, you can't see the Morrison one that well, but we got told that Aleph was very bitey, and I immediately got inspired.
Ah, yes. They do a lot of Vine meme ones for the updates
that
they're excited for.
I'm really excited, but lately I've just been drafting a couple updates myself and just telling them, hey,
Do this.
Fix this for me.
Go fix. Now.
Go fix.
Right now. Yep, more slides to this, or is this the only slide?
Yeah. But these doodles were based off like ideas that Chasing already had in mind with my own little twist. Anyway, speaking of Chasing, the art style was very... No, we're doing art style now.
I went back because you're still talking.
It's time to work. I'm sorry. We're talking about art style now. Chasing's art style has developed into mine, and you can tell. But yeah, this is basically the section of the stream that's going to talk about that.
The fun stream. The fun
so,
part.
Yeah. So, at first, we already know we started out with planning out based off like the ideas that Chasing already had. But in my mind at the time, I was like, we have to finish the Flash first. And so I started practicing her style with the Flash itself, as well as like a couple other things that I was also excited about, but we can't show it here because it's spoilers.
No spoilers allowed. Not in this
Very distant spoilers.
Not allowed today, sorry guys.
Not allowed. But as you can see, I was struggling a lot with trying to even sketch in her style, because her style is just very... Her style and my style don't kind of get along. Like, they do, because I was influenced, but mine, I've been told by her that my style is very soft compared to hers.
Soft and
I still have yet to pinpoint exactly what you mean. Exactly what she means, but I can sort of get the vibe. But this is also back then when my style was more anime based than it is currently, so everything's very stiff. Also, I made the terrible mistake of also mostly practicing with Grub Aleph, because Aleph was not. Aleph is clearly not a part of the story currently.
But you wanted to draw the baby.
I wanted to draw the baby. I had to get my shimmies out. But yeah, Chasing gave us examples of her style, of the new outfits as well. I was gonna show the surreal one here, but that's also littered with spoilers.
No spoilers.
But yeah, she even made us like little reference videos, which was very thoughtful of them. I'm very grateful for those reference videos. But basically, yeah. Aside from, yeah, I also and since I mentioned before that I worked on some panels, on helping with some panels, before the initial cancellation. I kind of already knew what her sketching style, like what her oh my god, what's it called? What her method of coloring was, even though I used them as paint at the time.
I still can't believe
I don't
you
use
used
them as paint anymore.
I still can't believe you did.
I just couldn't figure out the binary tool at the time. Yeah, that's the sketch that she gave us as an example for how Aleph would stand.
Plushy boy.
Because back then, all she had was the one where he was just floating. I don't have the drawing here, but he was just looking like he was floating, little shrimpy boy. And I asked her one day, and I was like, "Hey, do you happen to know how he stands up?" And they were like, "Oh, right."
That is a thing.
So yeah, he's a little caterpillar plush. Your name is Paint God. Thank you, Woxy.
You want me to click the next slide now?
Yes, now you can.
Ooh, excuse me. No, comparison time?
Hi, Mickey. Yes, and with the first few updates, you can see that my style wasn't all that confident, especially since I was trying to replicate a style that wasn't mine, essentially. Even then, I wasn't really doing a good job, honestly. But yeah, it wasn't that confident, and these were the first few panels that I think showed off how unconfident I was.
No, I'm covering Cyril a little bit. Sorry, Cyril.
Cyril and Vinny down there are the worst candidates of this. Anyway, but after over time, not developed myself. I just kind of adapted my own style into the comic, and now 1 year later of updates, we're here. Yeah,
here.
Goblin mentions we pushed hard for you to do it in your own style. I know you did, but I was so hell-bent back then on keeping chasing style, and eventually over time I just went, nah, never mind.
Screw it. Just take it.
But yeah, now you can see my style is much more confident now because it's technically my own, and I also learned shading. I learned how to use layer effects, so now I can make it look beautiful.
Shout out to the guest artists that have been helping with coloring.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Even now, like it's a lot faster for me to put panels out, but even now I still need help with a bunch of like panels. And I can understand why Chasing also needed help at the time, because she also had a part-time job while she was doing Hackbent, and so I'm very grateful for the people who helped, and I'm also very thankful for Chasing letting me help when she did. It was great.
Oh, the next part is me, isn't it?
I don't remember.
Nope, this is you still.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, right! I did the Flash storyboards. Oh, this Flash was hell. I'm telling you guys that this Flash was hell.
I mean, it did take 3 years. So.
It took like almost 3 years. Oh my god. So, my initial thought for this was because I didn't want anyone to be left out of the project, and I knew that storyboarding would take a while. So I was like, hey, why doesn't, like, back when we had like 10 people, I was like, hey, why doesn't every like artist working on the team right now do a storyboard for like every few seconds? And that was the worst idea. That was the worst possible idea I could have possibly come up with. Fucking 18-year-old me, what the fuck were you thinking?
You're trying to be nice and it didn't pan out.
It didn't, because we were disorganized as hell. I was no way fit to lead a project.
It's better now, we promise.
Yeah, we're better now. We're so much better now. Although that's also partially because we are friends. Like, we're actually close friends working on a project.
We know each other. It makes it easier when you know the people.
Yeah. So these were
stubborn.
Yeah, these were some of my storyboards at the time. As you can see, they were messy. I hadn't taken like official like storyboarding classes at the time. I think I was in the middle of a storyboarding class at this time, but it's still very messy.
Very, very.
Yeah. But this is also the scene that I was proud of the most, because I was like, there needs to be a fight scene here. It turns out the script that Chasing wrote for us had like Vinny passing out like sometime later in the story.
Oops.
So we we sped run the fuck out of her arc, apparently. Out of her.
Sorry. Like we said, minor changes get made, but the overall plot is still the same.
Yeah.
Woo. Time for the water.
Heavy on the screen. Okay.
Alright. Okay, let's see. They think this next part is me. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So this is the part I come in. This is when I make backgrounds. This is what Levi came to me with when we did the. They had to do the island.
No, leave me alone.
They really struggled. As you can see, they didn't. This is what the original one looked like.
I didn't know how to use. I didn't know how to use SAI at the time.
Yeah, we found out it's a lot easier for you to use like a Photoshop.
Yeah, Photoshop.
Island.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah. So I hope them. This is, and as you know, this is the one that came out with the update. There's not much to say about the backgrounds. You had to make sure you're finding good assets and that you can check the quality. That's another thing. Is this quality? Because you can tell with the let me click the actual thing. Hello. You can tell that their grass, they didn't have the best quality grass. The gray outlines, just because they showed me a snippet, they never gave me the actual picture. So they just gave me the snip thing, and this is the only thing I had saved of it. They wanted to delete all evidence of it ever existing.
Yeah, no evidence of this godforsaken JPEG island. What else was I? Okay, I've gotten better. I've gotten better at doing backgrounds now. I haven't had to come to Seoul The
Too
last time I had to
often.
come to Seoul, the last time I had to come to Seoul was for that shot with Alada, where the three girls were looking down at the tree and seeing Alada's blood splattered on a tree branch.
Yeah. Well, I also helped with the
Um,
pit. Wait, that update happened, right?
yeah, you had to help with that
Pit.
with the perspective and finding a tree.
I had to find the tree.
Um,
For me, I'm mostly finding assets at this point, but it was a struggle at first with background. That's why I came back in at first.
yeah.
Just because I have
And
the experience with Photoshop. That's what I did in high school. I was in a program that helped me learn how to use Photoshop, After Effects, and all these programs.
coincidentally, I also took after this background, I had coincidentally taken a class. I had coincidentally taken a class to learn how to use Photoshop and how to do this stuff.
Yeah,
So
I only came back by chance, pretty much. It's all about the timing. Yeah, it's mostly just you gotta find good assets is the problem with these kind of things. And quality can be really shitty when you're trying to find free assets.
Another blessing that Chasing gave us before she eventually left the project for good. Also, your boyfriend's being gay in chat. Another thing was that she gave us a folder of every single asset that she has used, every single panel, all the flash files, and all like the Hackbent like blog stuff for Tumblr, all in one Google Drive folder. And I cannot be more thankful than that. Even the PSD files. She gave us everything.
I feel like we forget
And
about it a lot, though.
We do forget about it a lot. We just find our new stuff. But whenever we remember that it exists, we come back to it.
It helps when we remember.
Yeah.
We mostly remembered it because of this, actually.
Yeah, Chasing was very giving. Chasing was very giving, and I'm still very thankful. That's why I want to shill her as much as possible. She deserves it. Yeah. They really deserve it.
I didn't really have much to say about background. It's just
it was that. Just had to show off how lame I was.
Yeah, pretty much. I had to show off. I just had to make fun of you a little bit. I'm sorry. It's always in good fun. I promise. Oh hey, look where we're at now. It's question time.
Oh boy! And we got half an hour of stream left. Okay, it's we do have a bunch of questions. Yeah. Either way, I'm gonna post the link again to the forums, and you can also leave questions here for it.
I know one I want to answer that I saw earlier.
Yes, Connor, you're delayed.
Alright, so do you want to start answering questions, or shall I?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you start a question because you seemed like you had one.
I remember I saw somebody ask about why was there a blog dedicated to hating Morrison Tesla.
Oh right.
Yeah, it's a little story. It was back when the RP blogs were very active, pretty much, and it was one of our friends at that time.
It was the Aleph blog.
Yeah, it was the Aleph blog.
Their name is Joey, I believe.
Yeah, they didn't they didn't like Morrison for some reason. And it was mostly
because they were an Aleph, Kenny?
Yeah, I think so.
But
they made that blog because of that, and then somebody jokingly made a I Love Morrison blog, and I think I made one that was like, I am okay with Morrison Tesla.
I am okay. Wait, really?
I think I did. I'm like, I am neutral with Morrison. I was like, I'm just neutral. I just thought that was funny, but it was basically a joke blog. It was just them showing how much they hated Morrison.
I loved it so much. Let us Lamprey kitties have to stay together.
Morrison, I'm the neutral Morrison Tesla. Alright.
How long do you think the Morrison Tesla neutral? I got distracted. How long do you think the comic will last? I actually have no clue. I can't give you a set date on when I think that the updates, like how fast the updates are gonna come, or how many updates are left, because we haven't actually had the whole story planned out.
Like, we have that rough script pretty much of what the plot should be, but we're not like way ahead
but we're like
writing.
we're actually a little bit like on our toes with the whole scripts thing, because we're like pretty caught up with them, and we need to make more.
I'm not staying for the next 17 years. You
we're not
forever.
yeah.
I'm not doing it.
But we can say that it's still gonna go for at least a couple more years, a few more years. Um,
You're not
but
getting rid of us anytime soon, pretty much.
pretty much 17 years.
17
Um,
years.
and also another question that is sort of related to this. If we have any like sequel or like spin-off content like planned, here's the deal. We can't officially say it because I'm busy. We're all busy. We're doing this for fun. But we do have like this sort of idea on the back burner because there are some ideas that we can't write because of canon restrictions.
But also, we want to show them.
We want to show them so bad. But we have this idea that we're essentially going to call Hackbent DLC. It's a pending name, but I really like it. I really like it.
Gotta keep up the theme of computers.
Yeah. I mean, I can't make Morse and Evil canon, can I? Unless I make this spin-off comic. So, but the problem with it right now. Yeah, the problem with it right now is that we don't have time. None of us have time for it, to handle it. So we're looking to wait for not only a few more updates, but we're also waiting for more people to be interested in the comic.
Since it's kind of lost its interest after a while.
Yeah, those 3 years of hiatus, those almost 3 years of hiatus had us had the fandom running.
Yeah, had an effect.
It had a really strong effect on the fandom. But that's basically something that we want to do later on. Not right now. We can't give you a date, but definitely later. What else?
Let's see. Which one do I want to answer? Do we have a defined trajectory of the story yet? And well, like
I think
we said
already.
Before, yeah, it's one of the ones that's written down. You've written it down, so I'm reading it.
Yeah.
But like we said, we have the plot from what Chasing's given us, and we have their scripts, but I wouldn't say it's exactly super divine, but we do have a good idea of where we're going and what we want to do in the end. So, yeah, I guess you could say we kind of do, but kind of don't, because things can change really quickly. We've had to change a lot of stuff recently, actually, with updates.
Let's see if I can think of an example. Like, one of the examples was accidental, the one with Vinny that I mentioned earlier. That was supposed to come later. But we ended up like just making it a part of the Flash. Hackbent romance novel where I date Bedard and Lutark. Yeah.
I remember that being a joke at one point. Thought about doing that.
Didn't we? We actually did have. There's a failed project now. We didn't end up doing it, but back then we wanted to do a friend sim. Based off the Hackbent characters.
We could always do it one day, but that's not happening anytime.
Currently, right now, we don't have time for any extra stuff. But we really want to do some like bonus content later, like the friend sim, like the DLC, and like some like other like some other like community stuff, like making. I'm currently obsessed with like thinking about a tarot deck, for example, for
they're very obsessed with that.
I want that so bad.
They want it so bad.
Oh, I know, Leo. I know that you really want it. I know that you really want the friend sim. But yeah, those are like the 3 main ideas that we're currently like putting in like a maybe later category.
Tarot cards, friend sim, and the DLC comic.
Yes.
Like maybe later, maybe someday.
Yeah, perhaps. What else? I'm looking through the list of questions right now. Let me see if there are any new responses. Oh wow, 14 responses. Okay.
So have we had any contradictions/conflict over each other's ideas? I'd say we haven't had too much conflict or contradictions. We're pretty good about chatting and discussing things as a group. Pretty much. If we
Yeah,
want something
since we're
changed,
all
we
good
work it
friends.
with
Oh,
it.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, keep going. Oh, okay. So yeah, since we're all good friends, we all just kind of mention something, and if we don't like it, we kind of immediately suggest how to change it, or like if something isn't working out, we just sort of pitch in with each other. In a sense, like I believe an example is the Alada tree scene, like the one where we
That's also something we changed a little bit.
Yeah, I'm talking about the one where after a Naiad god tears and they see Alada has fallen out of the tree.
That was mostly changing one of the
Initially,
events.
yeah. Initially we had so that they see Alada hanging through some vines. But then like Soul came in, saw the script and was like, "Okay, this is good, but this part here, it's starting to sound cluttered. Like the script is starting to sound cluttered." And so we scrapped that idea and just had them I think Soul literally rewrote that last part of the update actually completely.
Yeah, because I think what happened was we also had we had Aniad getting hurt at the same time. She was
Yeah, there was just a lot of pain.
yeah, there's just it was very confusing, and this just made it move more smoothly. So that's like what we usually do if we like think, hey, this isn't too smooth. Maybe if we try this, and like we discuss
Yeah.
that stuff a lot. We haven't had
Also,
like arguments or anything really.
yeah. Yeah, our arguments are just like bare minimum. Connor's writing style tends to be very symbolic and very dark. So Soul is here to sort of tone that out, and whenever Soul's writing something, Connor's here to help with the descriptions and
I'm so
with
bad at
basically
descriptions.
and with like the silly, not so silly moments as well, because like Connor really likes Grub Aleph. Connor is obsessed with Grub Aleph, and Connor has been fucking pestering me about giving one specific scene to Aleph Grub for so long, and I keep having to delay it. I feel bad.
It'll happen soon. Enough.
It would.
I shouldn't say soon. Soon enough.
But it's something silly, nothing all that important. Yet. Let's see. I think there's another question here. What motivated you to reinstall Hackbent? First of all, I like the phrasing of this question. But basically, the short answer is that just our love, my love and determination for this comic has kept me going. I have been hyperfixated on this comic since I was 15. It has not stopped.
I've always been into it, but I kind of just got dragged out by Levi. They just kind of said, "Come here, start working," and I said, "Okay." And I guess I'm working now. I guess this is my fate.
This is it. You should answer this one, the one with like, are there any symbolism or the type of vital of many big relevance of history? You know that one.
So yeah, with this question, a lot of these are unfortunately like spoilery.
Wait, let me read it properly. Sorry. Are there any symbolism or the types that are vital, or that make big relevance in history from pre-installed to currently writing?
Well,
Okay, so either way, the question was badly worded.
Like I said, I can't really answer this question too much because a lot of it hasn't happened yet and won't happen for a while. So I can't really give you too many examples of this. This comic isn't something I'd say is very symbolic. Unfortunately, it's just there's not a lot in that unless we're talking foreshadowing, and a lot of the foreshadowing we haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah.
So there's things like theories that have happened, like the cave symbols with Oliva. Like there's symbolism there, I guess, that you can consider foreshadowing.
Yeah, and like Redard's story in a way starts with some foreshadowing.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some foreshadowing there. But a lot of it, the symbolism you'll find is foreshadowing to later updates. One I think of right now is that Lutark helping Rodard with the flowers and chocolate. The flowers he chose had a symbolism that was very negative.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't remember exactly. But that's like the only symbolism I think. A lot of it is foreshadowing. And right now,
a little bit unrelated, but also in regards to that panel is that Lutark's holding up flowers and chocolate, and Lutark also just hates chocolate. I don't know if that means anything, but to me, I found that really funny. I found that really ironic.
but it's all foreshadowing, and right now the foreshadowing from pre-installed to now, that is stuff that we haven't done yet.
Oh, Gabe. Okay, Gabe clarified. I meant to ask if there were themes that were scrapped out and such.
I wouldn't say we've had any that are scrapped out, but we've had to rework some.
Yeah.
Think about it.
We have, a lot of the symbolism, I also need to mention this, a lot of the symbolism in Hackbent is very upfront about it. I don't know how else to put it. It's very direct.
To hide anything.
Yeah, like, you already know that the themes about, like, self-reflection and discovering one's identity are very, very visible in the comic. And like I think we added a couple like more themes later on because I have brain rot.
Severe brain rot.
I do have severe brain rot, and I want a specific character to have a character arc. But yeah, no, the spoilers. But yeah, we're mostly just polishing and just working with what we have and what we understand of the comic, because there's so much that we can talk about in Hackbent, but I also don't want to pester Chasing anymore about her comic because she's made it clear that she wants to move on from Homestuck, and I respect that. I only occasionally come back. But
they keep tabs.
We keep tabs.
As far as I know, anyways.
But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it for like symbolism talk. Let's see, where's my tablet pen?
How did you pick the birthdays for their characters?
Oh yeah, so
I
basically,
just dibs on the twins. That's all that happened there.
You claimed dibs on the twins. I immediately claimed dibs when I found out that Aleph was an Aries. So I was like, "Yep, that's mine. That's my boy. I'm giving April 14th to Aleph Lamprey." But basically, the rest of them were that we only knew their zodiac signs, so we just had to deal with.
We had to make Alapa a Gemini.
We have to make Alapa a Gemini. He used to be a Sagittarius. Not anymore.
Wise he is, but
it's just
kind of hard to have them born on different dates.
Yeah, unless one of them was unconscious or something. I don't know. That would have been terrifying.
I would have been like, oh no.
But yeah, other than that, we mostly just picked random dates. Like, we asked you guys on Twitter if you guys wanted a specific date for a specific character, and that's about it. Then the ones who were left, we just decided random dates.
Is Basis naked, or is that a skin-tight suit?
You're horny. That's it.
That's the only answer you're getting.
The actual okay, but like. For real though, because we get this all the time, and no matter how many times we clarify it, you guys don't believe us. But he is in fact wearing a skin-tight suit.
It's a Tron suit.
It's like a Tron suit. Yes, I don't know how comfortable I would be with him being bare naked in front of a bunch of minors.
Butt naked.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
Absolutely not. What else?
You have some on the other thing. Can I please ask Rodard's hand in marriage? No. Next.
You have to go through Vinny first. Alright, let's see. Kin choice and why. That one stood out to me.
Kin choice and why? I mean, mine's is obvious.
Yeah, you literally named yourself after him. After his last name. For me, Lutark, I don't know why. Well, no, kind of. I kind of know why. Because I was obsessed with him at the time. I was very obsessed with him because I'm also really into betas. No, I meant Aridin. I was really into Aridin at the time. And another part of the reason why I got into Hackbent was because I saw Aleph as the icon for it. And I was like, ooh, wow, Aridin lookalike.
Oh, hello.
And I went to it. And
yes, he did say he's into it. He said betas. He said betas.
Betas.
Not betas, betas.
No, wait. Oh, I just got the joke. I just got the joke. Happy and so but then like after I got attached to Lutar because he was really nice and he was very fluffy. But then what really got me into him was when he got revealed as Vetus, and that's when I said, that is it. I kin this man.
That is me now.
I kin this son of a bitch. Although only later did I found out that it was because I knew I was trans. So he kinned you. Let's see, what else? How has Hackbent changed my life? How has Hackbent changed your life? Drastically.
I met my fiance because of Hackbent.
Yeah,
so there's that.
That's one thing. My art style was influenced by Hackbent. That's a small thing. But also, my taste, like, I just realized that my taste in villains and mostly my taste in characters stems from Hackbent. But aside from that, it also allowed me to reflect on, like, my own identity as someone from the LGBT. Because it took me a while to realize that I like girls and that I don't identify and that I'm trans, and it's that kind of stuff, you know?
As they say, this comic trans is your gender. I think this helped me figure that out too, because I was like really into Alp. I was like, this isn't normal.
Yeah, this comic trans is your gender. There was a question in here in the chat. Hold on. What do you think of the Hackbent wiki? Oh my god.
Don't ask me. I only started the wiki and then I forgot about it completely.
Yeah, we haven't updated the wiki in a long time. You guys are welcome, completely welcome to edit the wiki, because we are not going to get into it. I'm sorry.
I forget about it every time. I only remembered I made it when somebody asked me about it. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Oops.
It was mentioned to me recently by a friend on Instagram about the wiki, but I just haven't gone back and edited it because there's so much to edit. There's so much to change now. But this is our invitation to anyone in the stream or anyone watching the stream later. You are completely welcome to edit the wiki. Just please make sure that everything is canon, that you are 100% sure that everything you're putting in there is canon. Because we will hunt you down if you put misinformation.
You may not
I'm sorry. I'm going to
you
find
can give him a
you
kiss
at
on the
3
head as a
a.m.
grub, but that's all you can get. You're not getting anything else.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll glare at you.
Let's see. What is the most rewarding part of making Hackbent? Ooh.
Seeing your reactions.
Yeah,
I love seeing
for
the
real.
reactions. That's the best part, is seeing how people react to what the update does and stuff, to what we say on the Discord and everything.
That is the best part of it. Like as media, as like the person who runs all the social medias, seeing like comments about it, like on the Ask Box or like in the Tumblr Ask Box or in like the Curious Cat or in the Discord channel, I go insane over your responses on Twitter, Tumblr, everywhere. Because you notice that I like every single post. The Hackbent official likes every single post that even mentions Hackbent. But that's just brain rot. That's just brain rot.
That's just the brain rot talking.
Okay, we need to speed this up because we only got 6 minutes left.
And we still have something for the end.
Yeah, that's also. Is my wife Aleph okay? Is my wife Aleph okay? I miss him.
You'll see.
Yeah, you'll see.
You'll find out.
Let's see.
We still have that one question that we were saving for the very end.
Which one was it? I need
it's
to.
The.
Can I get
it?
One
revolving.
Oh, can I get a full? Yeah, the full. Okay. Can I get a full version of Redard's slow burn in self-insert polyquadrant drama? As of June 12th. You should expect it to come sooner than you think. Because it's not the next update, because we still need to finish up what's going on with Alada. No spoilers, by the way.
But this will be coming.
But this will be coming soon. There's gonna be a brief hiatus unfortunately, after this update, after June 19th. But it's to work on a special project that we have going on, this little special thing, you know.
Yeah, let's look into it.
Yeah.
Let's just give you a little glimpse
So,
of what's going on here.
So we're planning another Flash. Yay!
Yeah, boy.
We're doing another Flash.
As if we didn't hurt enough the first time, you know? And here's a little more on that Flash. A little more, so you know what's going on.
I'm sorry, we decided this last minute.
We decided to add this slide last minute because I wanted to add funny.
Yeah. So we're still losing our mind over it.
I just love the dead little guys down there.
Little dead guys.
Sorry, guys, they're dead. So,
but yeah, the next
forgot to
update.
rearrange this a little bit, so let me just go boop, boop, boop. It's just this. Yep, there we are.
There we go.
There we are. Yeah.
But yeah, we're planning another Flash, and it's gonna be Vinny-centric.
Oh yeah, you guys are gonna love it, really.
Oh yeah. You know how we said that we were speeding up Vinny's character arc? Apparently this is what we meant.
We're launching this character arc into space.
Well, not as fast as a Naiad, because, you know.
No,
a Naiad's character
straight to the moon. Sorry.
This one's going straight.
One's
Straight to hell. I'm breaking down your domain.
It's going...
we will announce when we need help with the Flash. On the
plan
official
on asking for
blog.
guest artists and stuff.
Yeah, because obviously I can't animate this all by myself. I'm already doing all the storyboards now. We're better organized now. It won't take 2 years. We promise.
We have a good idea of how it's gonna go already, so.
Yeah, exactly. We have 2 writers now, and we're both pretty consistent. And I'm storyboarding everything, and once everything's done, we will let out the announcement post. We're gonna need help with creating character assets and backgrounds. I should say this up front. Backgrounds, because part of the reason why the old Flash took so long.
You missed the little Flash teaser. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, sorry.
Bad timing.
Yeah, you're like literally. We're literally about to end. But yeah, last time we worked on the Flash.
No, it's not going to be a 2-year hiatus, I promise.
Yeah, part of the reason why it took so long was not only because we were so disorganized, but also because I didn't want to work on backgrounds. I hate backgrounds so bad. You saw earlier in the stream how backgrounds went for me back then. So I need help with backgrounds and character assets, but that will be announced properly in due time.
Yeah, there'll be like a form and stuff to fill out later.
Yeah. Exactly.
You guys just get to know that it's happening eventually.
Also, you will get since all of Hackbent's backgrounds are photoshopped. We're planning to mix like drawn backgrounds with like the Photoshop backgrounds, like it used to be. But you know that's more stuff to be revealed later.
That is not a William.
Yeah,
that is a Lutark.
That is not. Yeah, that's a Lutark.
Anyways, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, okay. So we're about to end in 2 minutes. Well, that was fun. That was a great stream. Wow, that was exactly an hour. That was great, actually. I was really worried about how we timed everything. That was great.
The fish behind the slaughter.
5 Nights at Lutar.
Well, yeah, thank you guys for coming to our panel and everything. It's been really fun, and I'm glad you all came and watched.
Yeah, I'm really thankful that you guys came and you guys support the comic. We look forward to your responses for the next update.
Yeah, I really look forward to it.
Oh yeah. But yeah, this was really fun. Hopefully we can do one next year as well. Probably not related to like our experience because we already talked about it. And but yeah. Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you.
Don't forget to like check our Twitter and
oh yeah, check out our social medias. Please.
At
We got-
Hackbent official.
A Hackbent official, yeah.
And Hackbent homepage
the-
on what is it? Hackbent.
Yeah,
something?
Hackbent homepage on Tumblr.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thank you
yeah.
guys for coming.
Adios.
Peace. Peace out.
Bye-bye.